A very good morning to all my dear students. Welcome you all for our history online class. Students, as you know, we have already started our second chapter, the four stone ages. Today we are going to take a recap on Neolithic age and we learn about the Chalcolithic age. The period of Neolithic age roughly extended from 8000 BC to 4000 BC. We may say that it was the discovery of fire which marked the end of Old Stone Age and the beginning of the New Stone Age. Main features of the New Stone Age are changing environment. The climate conditions became relatively warm, which lead to the development of grassland. And the development of grassland in turn increased the strength of herbivorous animals like deer, antelope, goat, sheep, cattle, etc. Discovery of agriculture. As you know, the main occupation of Neolithic age was agriculture. The man in the New Stone Age learned to produce his own food. This was his major achievement. Like the discovery of fire, he must have learned food production. By chance, rice, wheat, and barley were the major crops grown by man during that period. Beginning of settled life in villages. The most striking features of man in the New Stone Age was that now he began to live a settled life. Man was no more a nomad or wanderer in search of food or shelter. He built small huts of bamboo and straw to live in. Most of these were built on rivers, banks, or near the lakes. Such a cluster of huts looked like a village dwelling. Domestication of animals. Now man learned to tame animals. Probably dog was the first animal to be tamed. In the course of time, man began to tame and domesticate other animals like sheep, goats, pigs, donkeys, horses, and camels. Invention of wheel. Neolithic man's intelligence led him to invent the wheel. A round trunk of a felled tree might have given him this idea. When he cut the round trunk of wood, it might have rolled down a slope. Thus occurred to him the idea of wheel. And the invention of wheel was one of the most important achievements of man in the Neolithic age. As a result of wheeled cart appeared, it helped to move heavy load from one place to another place. And the wheel was also used for making beautiful pots, potteries, spinning and weaving, and it also helped in the development of art and craft, pottery and other arts. The man in the New Stone Age needed pots for his daily use. So he began to make pots from clay and dried them in the sun. But soon he found that these pots could be baked on fire and made it stronger. Handmade pots were used for quite some time. Later, he invented the potter's wheel to make better pots of different shapes and at a faster speed. Better tools and weapons. See this picture carefully. Tools and objects. Tools and weapons of even the Neolithic man were still made of stone, but these were far better than the earlier ones. These were sharper. Man had also learned to polish his tools and weapons. He also provided wooden handles to these, and some new tools and weapons like the sickle, the bow, and the arrow were also developed in this age. Extended use of fire. As noted before, man had discovered the fire by the end of the Old Stone Age. Now, in the New Stone Age, he learned to use fire in a wider way. He could heat the earthenware to a certain degree. He learned to make a small fire in an earthen bowl. He used animal fats in these lamps. He had also learned to cook his food on fire to make it tastier and more nourishing. Student, our last point, the Chalcolithic Age. After 4000 BC, there began the Chalcolithic Age. Man had discovered copper, so he began to use copper along with the stone. Because of this, the age is called the Stone Copper Age. The Copper Age, man was marching ahead. The next important discovery made by man was the discovery of metals. So, the period between 4000 BC and 2000 BC is called the Copper Age. The Bronze Age. Next to copper, man discovered tin, zinc, and lead. He had realized that copper was a soft metal, so he learned to mix copper with tin and zinc. This alloy was called bronze. Settled life. With the discovery of fire, wheel, agriculture, and metals, man began to live settled life in straw huts. He had also developed family feeling. The oldest male member was the head of the family. These families set up their straw huts close to each other, near a river or a lake.